My name is Maggie Good. Last year, we found out that our 13-year-old was the victim of bullying in her school. She wasn't just bullied with words, she was bullied with fists and feet. When you have someone that has been a victim of a crime, and this was a crime, the first thing you have to do is tell the police. From there, what do you do? Where do you go? How do you coordinate and navigate through the judicial system? How do you help your child or whomever heal? The job that I looked at, the career I looked at that is associated with a degree in marriage and family is a victim's advocate with the Florida State Attorney's Office. The duties of a victim's advocate, number one, is interviewing victims and families that have, and they use the word allegedly, been a victim of sexual or physical abuse. This is a sensitive topic, so you need someone who is sensitive, but also someone who understands and has the education and the background to help someone through the process. The next step of a victim advocate is to coordinate the different agencies that will be involved with the alleged crime through the family, to help the family or person through the judicial process. The next is to assist police, attorneys, that sort of thing, interview the victims. You can imagine this is a sensitive thing, and it's a hard thing, and they need to have someone there they can trust, that they feel is there specifically to be on their side, and that's the role of victim's advocate. As an advocate, it is your duty to be professional, thorough, available, to do all of these things to help the victim navigate the legal system. It's big and it's hard to go through, especially if you're alone. There are other things that are associated with this job, but those are the main goals. The training for this job is, or the requirements to get this job are to have a degree in social work, psychology, or other related field is what it says. And marriage and family is definitely that. It also requires a background in the criminal system, in law. That is 2 years that they require for that. And then another year working with victims. This is not an easy process, and they don't want just any Joe Schmo coming along and involving themselves in other people's lives. You need to prove that you're competent, trustworthy, reliable not only on the victim's end, but on the state attorney's end. They need to know that you're there and that they can rely on you. This job, being in the field of law, requires a person to be professional in the way they look, the way they speak, the way they act. You cannot get lost in emotion. You need to be the steady hand in an emotional situation. Another good thing that someone in this career would do would be develop relationships with physicians, counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists, so that you can help this person heal and get better. Also, this person is going to need access to money. I mean, it's silly, but it's true. They will need to be able to have attorneys advocating for them in a way that the person in this career cannot. And attorneys are expensive. So you need to have relationships with legal defense funds, which they wouldn't be in defense, but a legal fund that could assist the victim in navigating this process. Finally, you don't make much doing this job. It's not a job where you get into it to make a lot of money. The starting salary is around $32,000, with the height being 42. This, like being a teacher, is a calling, not a career.